Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to find an Amazon FBA product with high margins, right? So we're talking about 40% net margin or above. I'm going to be showing you the exact strategies that I use during my product research to find that exact thing. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in watching, be sure to stick around till the end. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. But without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so we are here in my computer. I'm on Opportunity Finder. I'm going to pick a few categories here. I think the categories don't matter as much for the high margin thing. You could find high margin products in any category, but I'm just going to pick a couple of my favorite tiers. We'll do some home and kitchen, office products, tools and home improvement, arts, crafts, and sewing. And why don't we just keep it simple? We'll just leave it right at that. Those are all kind of related home office products. So we'll keep it simple. We'll keep it right there. We're going to go over to average monthly units sold. Here's where, since we're going to be going up with our margin, we don't need to sell as many units, especially if you can't keep them in stock. So I'm just going to do a very simple 200 to 400 per month filter, and that'll work just fine. And then this is the filter that's really going to determine our margins ideally here. Now, this isn't like 100% success ratio with finding high margin products, but generally the more you go up with your price, the more you'll see your margins go up. Now, there is something that happens at a certain level where once your price starts going up so much, the products tend to get larger. Usually that's kind of how it works, except for when you start thinking about tech. There's not a ton of small, light products that are expensive that aren't technological products. Right? I can't even think of an example of something that's pretty small that would be something that's more mechanical that we could use, because we don't really want to get into stuff with electrical boards. Just a lot of maintenance, a lot of customer service, and a lot that could go wrong there. So we're just going to set this pretty high, right? So we're going to go actually 38. So we'll get all those $39.99 products all the way up to, I would say, 90. So we're basically looking at $39.99 to $89.99. And I think that's probably one of the better areas to look. I wish that this didn't have a 100 plus cap, and I wish I could put like $129.99 there, because I would love the ability to do that. So Jungle Scout, maybe something to think about there. Let's see, can I do that? It's just going to go to 100 plus. Yeah. So I don't necessarily want to see $800 products, but I don't necessarily want to only see $80 price. So that's a filter that I wish was a little bit more malleable. But for now, we'll do $39.99 to about $89.99. Monthly search volume. Again, we don't need this to be astronomical. So I'm going to go $8.95, and then I'll pull this down to probably just about 10,000. I don't need to see a ton of search volume for a keyword. I actually prefer that there's less and slightly less competitive market. Competition, we're going to go low, and then we're going to hit search. Now, the first thing that I would do if I ran out of results to look through here, you could see we're only going to get 141, is I would pull this competition bar to medium, because it's not necessarily true that a medium ranking product, according to this filter, is actually medium competition, but it will bring you up about 50. So since it's only going up 50, we might as well just leave that there. I tend to sort this by niche score backwards. I think I get realistic ideas looking this way. Some of the other ones tend to be more seasonal, more room for error, just put it that way. So let's check this out. Jellyfish lamp. That's electronic, right? Because it's a lamp, so I'd probably stay away from that. But there are a lot of them. So let me see what that is, right? There's actually two different phrases saying that right here. Jellyfish lamp, jellyfish lamp. This one actually has 10,000 searches per month. Let me check that out just in case. We'll open that up, but we won't go look at it right now. We'll go pick a few more first. Fireplace fan blower. Again, electric. I'm tending to recommend that you stay away from electronic products, especially as your first product. Mirror with hooks. That's a very basic product. It's glass, so there is a room for error there. But it looks like the average price is around $50. So we could probably do something about our packaging with that much margin. Hopefully there's a good margin there. I think it should be. It's just glass and hooks, which are probably metal. So we'll keep looking through your carpet tile. I think those are just pieces of carpet, yeah? Yeah. So again, probably not. It's a little bit generic. Coffin mirror. We'll check that out. Another mirror. I don't necessarily love the idea of doing glass products, but they keep popping up. And like I said, if you have the means to create really effective packaging that you're sure it won't break in, that's okay. Wall mount light, barrel stove kit. I don't know what that is actually, but we'll check that out. So we've already got 4 potential ideas here. Keep looking a little bit further. Maybe we'll try, and I mean, we're not even close to the end of this page yet. So you can see how quickly you could build up a lot of ideas, right? I've always tell this to my students. I say, go find 20, 50 ideas, and then let's take a look at them. Most people are like, 20, 50 ideas? Are you crazy? I can't even find one idea. Yeah, but it's not 50 vetted good ideas where you could pick any one of them and they would work. It's just go find 50 ideas. An idea could be very top of the funnel thinking. It could just be, oh, that sounds interesting. That's an idea, right? And then you go take a look at those 20 or 50 ideas, in a couple days, and you just go through with your specific set of criteria and analyze them. But for now, we'll just farm the ideas, so to say. Arrow saw. Don't know what that is. Under desk computer mount. That sounds interesting. Under desk computer mount. Wonder what that means. Maybe it's for like a tower. Remember those? Man, I haven't seen a computer tower in a long time. Does anyone out there use a tower? I guess if you're like into PC, you might have a built up tower. So I think that's actually probably good. I doubt we'll even get through all of these, so we'll just start looking here. So coffin mirror, we're going to take a quick look at. Initially, I just want to see how many there are. Already, I can tell there's hardly any. Let's go see how the one that does exist is doing. One's not showing up. This one is doing 3,000. This is the main one there for $45.97. They're selling about a little more than 2 per day. This is the other one. They're selling a little over 1 a day. And that's about it for the coffin mirrors. Here's another one, but it's upside down, which is very strange. I'm not sure why they oriented it like that. But anyway, this sales graph looks very promising. And I know that they only have 4 reviews, so they might be getting ranked, which is great. Why don't we go open their ASIN? I'm going to take a quick look at their sales graph, and I'm going to see how they are performing since launch. So I'm going to go all time, 40 days. Okay, looks like they've been at 39 to about 44 this whole time. It doesn't look like they've had a inorganic launch whatsoever. This looks very natural to me. It looks like they didn't even have 1 review for the first 2 weeks of launching the product, which makes a lot of sense. They got 1 review, and then again 2 weeks later they got a second, and then about a week and a half later they got a third. So I think their reviews are actually organic. I wouldn't be surprised if they were all verified, which they are. November 15th, 8th, 22nd. Yeah, that looks good. 3 reviews, 4 ratings, so someone gave it a review without writing anything. Listing looks pretty good. I would say they're on track to start doing very, very well. I wouldn't be surprised if this became a $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000 per month product with virtually no competition. Now let's start thinking about margins. So if we open up profitability calculator by Helium 10, right now this is 25 by 50. I guess because it's, yeah, they can't really shorten that, right? Packaging kind of has to be that long, by 15 by 4. Okay, that's probably the padding so it doesn't break. This looks like $482 per unit. That sounds about right to me. That sounds a little high, but it sounds about right. The $919 for the unit, that sounds a bit high for a mirror, to be honest, with a frame. I would estimate we could get the manufactured cost down to $6 per mirror. That leaves us with 34% margin, 140% ROI. What if we sold at $49.99? Yeah, so it looks like we don't have the best margins here. I would say this is pretty much what you could expect from an average product, about that 35% net margin area. That's about the low end, so I don't think there's necessarily a ton of margin there, but this is not a great place to guess. Go get a quote, because it might be $5 per unit and the shipping might be $2 per unit. Something that's 24 inches long, it probably won't be, but even if we could get that unit cost down, you never know. So look into that. That's actually not a bad idea whatsoever. I like that one. So barrel stove kit. Let's see here. Looks very, very unpopulated with consistent results. Let's go ahead and pull up X-ray and just see what of these products are doing well. All right, so immediately something to look at. You see how every single buy box is Amazon? This is actually why I like this buy box feature and not just the brand feature. You might have never realized that the brand being, you know, these private labels here, or not even private label, just bigger brands, are sold by Amazon. But with the buy box feature, it shows you just how many are sold by Amazon. So if we look through here, reviews 77, this one has 77, they're doing great, but that's Duravent. I'm almost positive I've heard of that brand before, and they're quite a big brand. Let's see what this one is. Yeah, so I would probably just back out of this. Again, it seems populated with high quality brands, so that's not what we're going after. An arrow saw. What is an arrow saw? I know those are arrows. Yes, sir. Let's see. I don't really know what this is. So again, there's kind of a lack of market knowledge here, I guess on my part, because I don't know what it is. So sometimes what's good to do is like literally just go search what that is. And it looks like it's that thing, I guess. Who knows? So yeah, I don't have enough knowledge about that product to even tell you if that market looks good or not. So I would just back out of it or go do more private research. Under desk computer mount. So there's the tower mount we were referring to. There's a big variety of different products here. Let's actually see how these are doing, because a lot of these look like monitor stands, not necessarily computer mounts. And I think, like I said, what came to me was this is talking about the tower. So let's take a look here. We go to the reviews. Immediately I want to look for someone with lower social proof who's doing well. 74. Okay, great. So they have 4 stars, 74 reviews. They're selling 178 per month. That's actually not bad at all. This one's got 76 reviews. They have 4 stars, another tower mount, and they are selling 181 per month. So that's looking awesome so far. Is this a tower mount? It looks like that's a tower mount too. That one just has more reviews, is a different style, and that one sells 770 per month. That's crazy. Keep looking, 98 reviews. That is, I have no idea what that is. So it looks like without fail, everyone who's listed a tower mount, again, this style of product, not this, which would be like a monitor mount, is doing well. Without fail, I haven't really seen one that isn't performing well. So this might be a market where I look in a little bit further, look for the expectations of the customers and why some of these are only 4 stars and not 5. For instance, 4. What's going on there and how can we make this product slightly better? Is there something that customers wish was happening that isn't? And then deliver that, right? So we'll move on to the last ones here, jellyfish lamp. Already, just so many of them. It's electric. There is some competitors with a lot of reviews doing really well up here. So I'm just gonna back off of that. Go to our last one, mirror with hooks. So it's actually pretty straightforward. All right, so let's take a look here. So mirror with hooks, selling 100 per month at $100, aka 10K per month. Mirror with hooks, 59 reviews, selling 72 per month at $50, 3,000 per month. Mirror with hooks, 16,000 per month, 290 sales per month. Mirror with hooks, 78 per month at $109, so 8,000 per month. I mean, again, every one that I see, this is kind of how my brain works. If you can see a clear trend in the data of, hey, everyone who lists this has a successful listing. There's only 7 people who've listed it correctly based on what the customer is actually looking for, and they've all been rewarded. That's something that gets me excited. So I think that's a great note to leave on, but why don't we just go take a look for a second, see what the margins might be like on this one. So again, this high margin thing, notice we keep finding these $80, $90, $100 products. That's kind of the point here. Now we're just trying to go in and see what our margins will look like. This is a much bigger product for sure. $20 I think is way too high for a sourcing cost. I do not think that's how much this mirror would be. Let's say 10 there. If we could get this mirror for $10 with packaging, maybe that's being, go $11.50. We get that down. Unit freight cost at 13. Again, I still think that's way too high per unit. It's probably not that high. 44% net margin. If we could get this for $20 all in, that would mean that $11.50 plus our, $8 in shipping, $20 all. I think that sounds more realistic. That would be a 44% net margin. And even if one of those was slightly off and the shipping was slightly more, say we had to come up to $10.50 per shipping, almost the same price as the product, we're still at 42% margin. So I think that's kind of what we've been looking for. Again, make sure your packaging is good because it's a mirror, But there's a lot of people that avoid these, so it makes it actually higher barrier to entry, which might be the perfect product for you. So that's gonna do it for today's video. As always, I'll see you here on the channel tomorrow for another video. Thanks so much. See you next time. Later.